Remember that video not too long ago where I said the next look's gonna be Colourpop? Look number 3, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we are doing Colourpop. I remember, you remember, Pepperidge Farm remembers, so I thought, why don't I make it up to you? And I will do, because I have 2 collections here. I have the Valentine's collection, which has those shimmery blushes that I am dying to try, and then I have the Eclipse collection. So why don't we do just a 2 Colourpop collections, 2 different looks. So today I'm going to be playing with the Heart To Get palette and the blush and the lip glosses. I think there are, oh, and shadow sticks too. This is what the palette looks like, and I'll just try a bunch of it and I'll do a look, and then I'll come back tomorrow. Well, not your tomorrow, you'll see it in this video, and I'll do a look with the Eclipse collection too, because I thought, why, that must be the easiest way, right, to just get through some of this and see if any of these new things from Colourpop is good or not, because I don't want to be a liar. You lying you. Because clearly in that video there was not a Colourpop collection. I did get these things as PR from Colourpop, but this video is not sponsored, but you can use my code Angelica to get 10% off at Colourpop. It is applicable on everything on Colourpop except some bundles and I think sale items. So double check when you are at checkout if you get some money off with Angelica or not. And let's try the blushes. These, I am so excited. I'm gonna keep all of these. Some of these things I'm gonna give away, tossing the packaging on the floor. Some of this I'm gonna give away. I always have giveaways, or I give away stuff to friends that are living here, and I actually have some friends coming over that are getting some of my stuff not too long from now, and they might want to get some of this. So this is the darker blush. This is the one I'm not going to be touching right now, but I am going to keep it. But I thought maybe we can dig into this baby pink one. Oh, it's so cute. This one is called Feelings Mutual. And then this one that is like warmer. You know what? Maybe we'll do the baby pink today. This one. I really feel like, so this is a Super Shock shadow. Like a Super Shock Chic. So it's like a putty cream to powder situation. I am going to use a Singe highlighter brush. This is the F07, and when I use this brush, cannot speak. This brush, I specifically made. Singe Beauty is my own brand. If you ever see these brushes with the black ferrules and the yellowy orange handles, this is Singe Beauty. This is my own brand. And I made this brush specifically. It is tapered. And I made this to be able to pick up these like creamy formulas on the side of the bristles. So I don't do like this. I do the side of the bristles. And then you see it's on the side. And that's where I put it on. And then once I have it on the cheek, I will swirl it on. So I try to pick it up on the side, put it where I want, and then swirl to blend it out. Oh, that is so pretty. I think you can see now as well that it has like a little bit more of a putty texture. I'm gonna really build this up because I want this cheek to be pink and glowy. We'll zoom in when we do the eye look. Oh, that is so pretty. So this is a glowy blush. So it's not as glowy as the Super Shock highlighters. And that's also why I'm like building it up, because I want this to be like a really glowy cheek. That is looking so good. Don't look at my hair, by the way. I literally woke up. I woke up and I didn't do anything. And then I like put a sweatshirt on, did my face makeup, and I was like, I'm gonna film a video. And then my husband was like, are you not gonna like do anything with your hair? And I'm like, what, you don't like it? He's like, no, it's great, you look great. But yeah, I really should have done something, maybe brushed it, but I'll fix it for the end of the video, or for the end of this look, I should say. Okay, I'm really excited about how pink I am. Like so embracing the super blushy cheeks. I feel like everybody else is like over the whole blush blindness thing, and I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, we also have these glosses. So there are 3 different colors, and one of them is called To Die For, and it is a shimmer. And I'm thinking we'll do that one. Oh, it has there's a little heart on it. This is like a pale bubblegum pink with like it's everywhere. In my nose, apparently. It's got like silver lavender shimmer. It smells a little bit like faintly of strawberry, which I'm not mad about. That's very shimmery. maybe not my favorite shimmery. They did have a shimmery gloss with the, which collection was that? Shrek. That shimmery gloss, I've been traveling with that one. I brought that one to Sweden over Christmas. I really like that one. It's so beautiful. This one is maybe a little bit too icy. You can see it makes my teeth look as unbleached as they are. I didn't bleach my teeth. This is my natural beigey yellow. It's a cute gloss though. I do like the formula of the glosses, but maybe this one was a little bit too icy. It goes well with the cheek though. Okay, let me zoom in and let's do an eye look. I'm thinking actually we should start with one of the crayons because there is a pack. There are two duos with the crayons. There's one shimmery and one like matte one, and I'm thinking we'll do that as a primer. And then I want to do like I want to be pink. Pink, pink, pink. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this duo, which is in What Did I Miss and Keep Dreaming. So these duos from the set actually has a matte and a shimmer. Let me show you what they look like. So this one is like almost like a neutral pink, like a beigey pink. And I'm gonna use the one that is called Keep Dreaming, which is the one without shimmer. And I think I'm gonna see if I can use that one as a primer. So I'm going on the eye with this one, and I am not using any eyeshadow primer under. And I'm gonna use just that, if I can, and like a little EO4, and I'm just gonna buff the edges. And I mean honestly, that's not a bad look for like just a neutral little color. It's a little bit too light to be like a perfect color for me, but I don't dislike how that looks. I honestly think a lot of people would really like this as like an everyday look, especially if you put the shimmer on top. Not the worst I've seen. So what I really want to do, so this is the palette. What I really want to do is I want to play with this one, which is called Breaking Hearts. And I think I'm going to use this brush, this palette up a little bit, and see if we can just push this on and use this one as a primer. I wonder if this is going to stain my lids. Am I going to like wake up tomorrow and looking like I have the bubonic plague? I'm just gently blending it into the crease a bit. And I think I'm gonna work with the one that's called You Wish. It's like a baby pink. I think I'm gonna work with that one after. I think I'm gonna do the same under my eyes too. You can see I put a little bit of that eyeshadow stick. I'm just going all in with the fuchsia. Okay, let's see if we can do that You Wish. The little baby doll pink. It looks like this, and just see if we can buff a little bit on the edge. I want it to be like super pink, but I want it to feel a little smoky. And with smoky, I mean not dark, but like it has like a soft gradient. Okay, going in with a little bit more of the pink, and again, a smoky eye isn't necessarily about being dark, it is about having that soft gradient that smoke has. And now I'm just going back with the dark pink and just blending. I think that is looking pretty cute. I think I'm gonna use, this is from Colourpop but discontinued. It's Boots, right? Yeah. So this is an eye pen. It's discontinued. They don't have it anymore. But I'm gonna use this one because it's pink. I'm thinking maybe, if you see in the palette, there's this shimmer that's almost like a little pink to like little purple almost. Very interesting. I think we're gonna do a little bit just in the middle. Ooh, is that creamy? It almost felt a little creamy. It's very interesting. I'm just gonna do a little bit in the middle. I just wanted to have a little something. Should I have done a liner? Or am I just gonna do a lash? I might just do a lash. Okay, don't look at the hair too much. Nobody look at the hair, but I do like the eye look. It's like simple, easy, smoky, pink eye. Is this... Okay, I've always talked about Colourpop having a good eyeshadow formula and a great eyeshadow formula. I think this is good. This is nothing like the ones I've tried. Were like nothing incredible, but I did enjoy what I did. It's good for the price. It's good for the price. The blushes though, that is incredible. Really like it. I like the formula of the lip glosses. I think that this one is just a little bit too icy for my liking, but overall, I am happy about this look. I am happy that I'm looking like this for the rest of the day. Trying to feel a little chill with the sweatshirt and did not really do my hair, but I hope that's okay. But let's get into look number 2. I am going to be playing with the Eclipse collection, and I want to try also, I have it here in front of me, I want to try the like the platinum mascara that Urban Decay has. I want to try that one too on the lower lash line because I want to try something contrasty. I feel like this is a good collection for that. Okay, let's dig into the Eclipse collection. And we have the palette here. This one is like a cool tone neutral with some pops of like muted red in here. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but I do want to play around with a little bit of contrast. And I want to use the mascara from Urban Decay, the new tube job that came out, because they sent me the one in the platinum one, and I kind of want to try that one on the lower lash line and see if I can get some cool contrast. I also have the highlighter. We could start with that one. I think this is just, it's called Change Me. Oh, it's called Change Me, and it is, let me get rid of the packaging. It is like, it's rude, that's what it is. It is like a little moon in here. Oh my god, 2016 is coming back. So I kind of want to try that one. I do have a little bit of blush on. I am wearing Singe Beauty Risky Raisin actually. And I think this will be pretty cool toned. I'm picking it up on a brush and let's see. I mean, I've seen a highlighter before in my life, but I didn't think it would maybe be that silvery. I kind of thought there like looked like there could be some blue going on, but no, that's like very, very icy. I mean, if you're looking for an icy Super Shock highlighter, maybe this could be for you, but that's even more silvery than I thought. And I don't know what I was expecting, clearly. I mean, I got eyes, but I don't know why I thought it was going to be even more like blue, but you can even see it's got a little bit of a gray cast on me. I do not have a cool undertone. I have like a neutral golden undertone, even when I don't have a tan like right now. So this just ends up being a little bit too gray on me. So not perfect for me, but now you know as well, if you had been eyeing this, I'm gonna put some of the blush on top. You know that this one is just extremely cool tone. So that's something for you to keep in mind. There's also 2 lip kits. And I'm gonna use the one that's the lighter one. You can see on the back, one is lighter and it's this one. And it is called Opposites Attract, and it's Emmett Cullen and Rosalie Hale. So nobody is surprised there. And I want to use this little lip. I don't know where to put stuff. I'm just putting it on the floor. I do really like the lippy sticks by Colourpop. The lippy pencils are, since they reformulated them, I think they're better. But I do think that they're a little bit too pigmented and smeary to be a favorite for me. I know some people are like, oh my god, it's so pigmented, it's so creamy. I think that makes it a little hard to work with because it turns it into like just a lipstick, but slim. It's a really nice color though. I do like the color a lot. I just think it's so hard to be precise when the lip liner is this creamy. I don't love it. Okay. Yeah, not, again, some people love it. Not my favorite way of doing a lip liner. Ooh, this color is nice. Oh. Okay, so it is their satin formula and it is lighter. Okay. I did not know that. I mean, I could have looked. I've got eyes, but I didn't look. Well, that turned into a little bit of a late 90s lip real fast. So there are some Jelly Much eyeshadows. There is a black and a neutral. I don't think I'll be using these today because it's not the kind of look I want to do. There's also this really interesting newborn, I don't know if I know the name of that. Newborn powder to cream lipstick. This one has dust on it. And I don't love the packaging. It feels very, I mean, you could hear that. I'm so sorry. Hopefully the editor got rid of that because I'm sorry about that. There is a difference between plastic and plastic and plastic. There is, as someone who has a degree in environmental science, there are not just one type of plastic. There is so many different types of plastic. And this one feels like the Singe one, and I would prefer, if we use plastic, we try and use at least plastic that makes sense. I don't think that that one is the I don't want to say the good. Is there a good kind? There's not a good kind of plastic. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do, still have sparkles. I'm gonna do a little bit of the dark red here that's called New Vampires, and I'm gonna put that out here, and I want to do a wing, and I think I'm gonna try and do the lightest gray under my eyes. No, I'm not. On top here, and I'm gonna do the red under the eyes, and then I'm gonna do the mascara. Okay, so I might start with the red. Is this making sense? I have no idea. So I'm gonna start with New Vampires. Ooh, that picks up like an indie shadow. There's like kick up in the pan. That's very impressive. And it is indeed, okay, now maybe not as, maybe it kicked up a little too much, but it definitely is like a burgundy brown. It doesn't really lean that much red, which I mean is pretty fitting for the theme of this palette, but I think it will be great for this look too. Because I do actually want to keep this, I want this to be a neutral look with a twist. And I really think that I'll be able to pull that off. So I think I'm gonna do something like that. And then we'll do under the eyes. Same burgundy brown shade. And I'm gonna do that under my eyes too. So far I've only used one shadow. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm just buffing a little bit on the edge because I'm kind of thinking I'm not gonna use other colors. That might be crazy, but I'm kind of thinking I won't. I actually really, really like this shadow. I mean, honestly, this is a look. This is a look. I've only used one eyeshadow. You could literally put mascara on and be done. This is actually kind of impressive. I'm really enjoying this shadow. But what we are gonna do is the tent. The tent. Somebody had fun naming these. We're gonna do the tent. And I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna put a bit more on the lid. Oh, I was kind of hoping for this to be lighter. Is that mean of me to say? Is it cheating if I go and find a white shadow? Is that cheating? I'm just blending these together a little bit. I'm kind of thinking I might get a white shadow. Again, is that cheating? I don't know. We'll save it for last. So I'm gonna do white in my waterline. I'm gonna go in with the mascara. Not like that. And we are gonna put that on the lower lashes. Ooh, this is gonna be so cool. I'm so sorry about that. Do you even hear the background noise? I don't even know if you do. Oh, I accidentally got it on my top lashes. I don't want that. I mean, are you even seeing how cool that is? I am loving that. Okay, I think they are gone. I put on a lash, and I mean, I love this look as is, but I'm gonna use a little bit of Shag Rug from Paisley Hoot. This is my own brand, Singe Beauty. I'm gonna use a little bit of that just to accentuate the white here and the white on the lashes. And we are restocking Paisley Hoot. It is in production. It just takes, unfortunately, a little longer than I would like to like restock something, but it is coming back. But let's try and see if we can just accentuate with a little bit of white to get this all to just flow together. I'm really enjoying how different this neutral look is. Okay, there we go. Because remember, there is a difference between a natural look and a neutral look. This is a neutral look, not a natural look. It doesn't look natural, but the colors are neutral. But I really love it, and I gotta say, I'm actually very impressed with how all of this turned out. I had an idea, and I think it became even better than I thought. Well, what do we think? I think it looks absolutely delicious. All of it. Quite honestly, I'm looking in the monitor. I'm like, oh, such a snack. A little Eclipse snack. I'll see myself out. I love the look though. And I like this collection much more than the first one. I will say, my favorite product from the first collection is by far the blush. Absolutely stunning. I've only used 2 shadows from this palette. I mean, what am I gonna say? But I will say the mattes in this are better than the mattes that I tried in the other one. The Super Shock highlighter is great quality. It's too icy for me. I really like a little bit of a comeback for the lippy sticks, and this color is really beautiful. And if you didn't know, this lip product smells so much of like baking vanilla sugar. Absolutely beautiful. So I like this look more. This is more me, more dramatic, and I think I like the quality of the matte eyeshadows more, and I'm excited about this. This is really cute. Let me know what you think about these collections. I will leave all the information and details down in the description box. Let me know if you would like to see something like this in the future again. I can definitely make that happen. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon in a new video.